So I don't know what Jordan's going to title this in the future, but I mean, President Jordan me will figure out what I can do. Also, I feel like my voice is a little loud and the game is a little low. So let me slide that over for a bit as we get Yogatag Knight Errant random item stats on top of some fun times today. So this is going to be a very terrible... Oh, well, it's not going to be Yogatag because we are going to be playing something different. It's more going to be a preview because I don't think this is available at public yet. I'm sorry, it's a bit early for me. But, yeah, my throat. Let's get the thingy on and let's go into a thing. So, as I'll just say it. I'll just say Custom God Knight Errant random item stats custom character on top of just fun for me, which is going to be another stat decrease. From what I went through like one mystery just to see, but maybe things happen, and I've seen some effects that, boy, this is the reason why, well, you'll see if it ever happens, but the reason why you don't often want to just add stat increases or decreases willy-nilly, even though this is rolling a 1 out of 100, because pause if you didn't see the Old Gods effects, otherwise, I wonder if it appears here, yes. So roll a 1 or random number from 1 to 100 that has a random effect for each effect. Some might be repeated, I don't know the effects for sure, but boy oh boy can that be a fun time. And when I say a fun time, if you hear the tone of my voice, I try to make it sound either way, mostly negative. Botanist, so now, Ward, story, and feat. Well, and then Ward. So we have Ward in both custom mysteries. We do need to grab the thingamajiggy first, the hospital pass, but we also need to save things for the story for later. And if this police revolver is a lot slower, this is going to be a very, very troublesome run. Now, we do have an inspiring novel, and we have a chance at getting a more cool spells, because Mind Drain is pretty cool. I did forget what spell I got for a moment there. Yeah, we still need to grab this hospital pass first and foremost. But if we get stat decreases on top of what we already decreased, I think it was knowledge from what I see. So yeah, empty bottle. Well, actually, that's great. I think that's 3 empty bottles that went into my thing. It can also be a stat decrease. Specifically, I got a dexterity decrease by 1, and that's permanent. So, hope for the best and cross my fingers. My favorite. Even though I say that, I don't actually mean it. Because, again, knowing my luck, it's going to be really bad. Now, it could be okay. I don't know if this is... Again, I don't know if the support action speed is permanent, but we're going to find out. Because I did one mystery and I didn't fight a single encounter. So, yeah, time for me to explore this old god, custom old god with you. But otherwise, let's find out. Again, we'll keep an eye out. I thought it would be only for that investigation. It seems to be permanent. So anything else that should be negative is probably also permanent. Strength, we succeed. But, yeah, we'll find out. I don't know what I just got. Oh, ritual robe. And tell the truth, go on with life. And yeah, our item, yeah, again, funny enough, even just something as small as adding a lot of items here and there. Like, say you get 2 items every mystery, that can quickly mean that your storage gets filled up and can affect the thing, I saw the tiny cuts and I kind of tripped over my own words. But, that can change the balance of basically the game. In a small way, but again, small things can add up over time, so... one of the small things specifically can be like, so I get this, say there are a few effects that can increase, or that give you 3 items per mystery. That means encounters like the, blah, 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 the nurse in the hospital, I keep forgetting her old name, Dull Nurse, and the Burning Man are a lot less great, because you probably get, well, in the case of empty bottles, you get better items to throw, but... also, you don't have a lot of space to pick up things like, say, if you are going into Vigil, and for some reason you don't have any space, you gotta figure out what to throw away. Now, in this case, it's relatively easy, but, just for, especially to kind of take a step back, hold on, let me look at my time multipliers. Oh, yeah, they are slower. Permanent time slow, but, and these attack boosts are actually timing. I was told about that, basically, but, I'll mention that later. I need to get through this encounter and survive. But, yeah, things like permanent time increase, decrease, oh boy. And yes, I'm rolling out of 100, so realistically speaking, it is up to the nature of RNG as we just go absolutely insane. I'm just going to gamble both times. And yeah, small things. Even a 5% increase decrease can mean a lot, because as you notice there, normally I would have been able to, I think, fit even just 3. I would say 3 attack boost, 2 attack boost, but I want to be optimistic and say 3 attack boost with an attack twice in a turn. Yeah, and I would have liked to keep the empty bottles as well, but we needed them if that boss was not any indicator. That being said, I never got the hospital pass, did I? Did I get the hospital pass? I didn't get the hospital pass. Well, time to go into story. What I was gonna say, I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind. Moving on. Oh, goodness gracious. I would normally like to do 2 runs, but from now, it seems like the video length that I usually go with, like, 10 to 15 minute videos, sometimes shorter, sometimes longer, is pretty good. Also, I forgot to use the inspiring novel. Yeah, this is a big mistake. Well, I guess we're just taking -2 all in the face. Could also mind drain. We'll do that later, because again, there's a ghost that I'm afraid of, but if we just keep taking damage like this, because I keep missing these 65, 70% attacks, then, yeah, there's not much I can do. I have to mind drain now. But, yeah, we'll see. We also have bite, but I don't think that's better for me, so, I think I do have to use at least one mind drain. Otherwise, we are going to option select. I nearly got that wrong. And let's level up. So, ammo stash is completely useless with the police revolver. Not completely useless, but you get the point. It's not great. You can make it work. It's not great, though. Should actually heal stamina here, but I'm too afraid of my strength being too low. So yeah, 9 damage when shot, and theoretically with the police revolver weapon, you'll be shooting twice, so 18 damage per turn potentially isn't anything to scoff at, which is what I was doing. But at the same time, you don't get that many bullets, and most bosses have like 27 plus HP, so that doesn't leave a lot to chance, because then afterward, because I'm thinking about this like in the specific case of the police revolver, theoretically speaking, say this is 80 speed, so you get 80 minus 21, 59 time units, so you can only do 3 attacks. Maybe you guaranteed 1. You're still gambling. Let's even say it's 80%. You're gambling on a near 50-50, 64%. But that's assuming these shots are relatively accurate as well. Hopefully, again, basically, if it's not 100%, it's a lot of gambling you have to do. If you have to gamble more than 3 times at 90%, that's not good enough. For me, at least, specifically. Oh, this is not great either, but we don't really get much say in the matter. This is 9 damage, actually 10 damage. How much does Mind Drain do? 5 damage? Yeah, fast weapons are... I hate fast weapons so much. Let's just do a kick. Kick, funny enough, doing... Well, actually, no, we have bite. Why are we doing so much damage? Anywho. We might as well guarantee this and then just take our free out. Because we can do Desperate Preps. This should be at least 10 damage. It's 11 damage. Okay, I made a miscalculation, but boy, oh boy. Fun times ahead. I really should just rest here, but you know what? We're just going to go out on a limb. Coughing blood now, so now our dexterity is just tanked to the ground, but gotta deal with an old god. We get a gruesome totem, which is actually very helpful. So, you know, among those 2 things in particular, I wasn't supposed to do that, by the way. Also, yeah, I used the inspiring novel. I completely forgot. Doesn't matter anyway, because we're in a ghost encounter, so mind drain our way to victory. In fact, I don't... Yeah. Oh, support actions being slowed. Oh, it hurts so much. We have to just mind drain the whole way. 9 max reason at this point, and yeah, that's why offering sever is can basically not matter, because if you have a way to defeat an enemy, we get an increase of dexterity this time, but I also know that this custom old god can decrease dexterity as well, so, and we're being a lot slower. Yeah, this runs quick. That I was like, oh, my luck is good because of that previous I forgot so quickly, not just dexterity, it was something before that. It was so bad that it just negated, in fact, tanked my RNG the other way. We're gonna do 1 attack here. But we have to mind drain our way to victory. So, yeah, I could go for a big gamble here. Can I actually? Because this, yeah, so I miscalculated. It's 8 damage per turn. Yeah, we're just gonna gamble. 64%. And why would I ever hit a 64%? So hey, you get another run in this video. Again, to remind as I go through this, the reason why so if I lose a run before the second mystery, I do another run. That's the soft rule of this series, at least. But we have medical history, so that's going to be fun on top of anything else we have to do. And maybe we get a weapon this time. We're still going to do random item stats. I think we had that, but off we go. So, do we get something? Okay, we get a weapon at least. We're just going to grab a weapon. We get a fire extinguisher this time. It's a strength weapon that's going to change, again, due to random item stats. So, keep in mind 100 base speed as I get strength, dexterity, Takushisan, second encounter, every single stat check maybe. But definitely charisma as well. So, let's pop into this run and see what we have on our hands today. It's a bit slower, and that's really, really bad. But actually, I think the damage was decreased and the police revolver was increased. But again, another soft rule is that when I'm using that event, I have to take the weapon and use it for the rest of the run. Unless it has like a throw, like the hatchet, a throw rule. But still, you get the point. We're supposed to use the weapon just as a kind of showcase, but also because I want to make things harder on myself. Especially when it's harder here, because again, I think that fire extinguisher lost damage and got slower. Barely, but I'll let you know when it makes the difference. It makes the difference. Frogs, Postal, Ramen, Vigil, and Botanist. So as an option select as well, if this police revolver were worse, it's not. It's actually quite good. We would have taken Vigil, but instead we're gonna do something into Postal into Frogs. I think, yeah, Botanist into Postal into Frogs. Yeah, off we go. We get Champagan, but oh yeah, this doesn't sell for anything. Never mind, decline. Yeah, and I think if you fail that, you fight an encounter, but hey. Fun times ahead, fun times ahead. Grow Teeth is just going to be reason recovery. We follow because we don't want to take anything else. And I keep forgetting that we're seeing these attacks. So I do need to be reading the chat, which is actually funny enough, something that often doesn't get... Like, basically, the developer or anyone in charge, as we get a charisma decrease, could end up... adding a mechanic that basically just gives you something during the chat, but you have to remember it. Shrug, that's all I have to say. Because, yeah, the chat, in-game chat, I mean, yeah, it's used in certain places, you know, when an enemy charges up an attack or something, or prepares for a special attack. We're just going to run from this, by the way. But it's still not used as much as you think. It's nice to see. Again, it's good for lore. It's to remind everyone, World of War is a big immersive, it's more for immersion than it is for game balance, but but yeah, there is still a game being played. So on that note, it is nice to have this this custom old god as the demo custom old god. The reason is because it shows you what you can do with the custom old god. So whether through adding town effects, adding status effects, just changing your stats outright, giving you items, so on and so forth. Yeah, it's pretty interesting to see. I know interesting is kind of generic floor compliment, but forgive me for a moment because I'm getting a bunch of negative status effects that are absolutely bodying me right now. BODYING. And we're also going to take Doom here, but again, we start with a weapon. It's okay for the moment, but I promise you, the custom old god is what I'm worried about the most here. Not even medical history. Thankfully, I don't think you can proc medical history injuries from that encounter until it turns into a boss. Again, because I don't really often fight that boss as a boss. Postal Frogs, Ramen. Yeah, Ramen's last. We can say Vigil for fourth. We'll take Postal now. Actually, I should take probably Vigil, I think. Oh my goodness! I'm stuck in a black... Okay, well, this is a funny way to end the video, I guess, then. So, I wonder why this happened. And to explain, maybe I clicked... I could have been me, because I often click really quickly into when I press a UI button, which can cause bugs and crashes, specifically for investigations, but this is the first time I've run into this. So, I guess if nothing else, hey, this is a funny way to end the video, but yeah, without further ado, I don't want to take too much more time. If you want to see longer videos or want to see 2 complete runs, let me know. Otherwise, I'll still stick with about 1 run per day, and if I make another video during the day, it's a bonus. But yeah, not going to take up too much of your time. If you want to support me, if you want to do anything, comments, concerns, criticism, the comment section is always open. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye!